Happy New Year, everyone. We are into 2022. And guess what? This is a midweek moment that we want to welcome you to be a part and join. In fact, you can share it with those that are part of your Facebook and or YouTube. Share it so that they might know that we are here on today. I am Pastor Annette Jones, the senior pastor of South Suburban Missionary Baptist Church. I am so excited to talk again about health is wealth this month. As you know, the rise of COVID-19 cases and new variants have led to a renewed interest in preventive care and a focus on body positivity, meaning physical exercise, better nutrition, and exploring new wellness choices. Our bodies can fight against all forms of sickness and disease when it has the right nutrition, proper rest, and has the exercise that it needs to get us up and moving and doing what we need to do. In fact, our willpower alone can help to bring wellness to our bodies. We can heal ourselves. Physician, heal yourself. In this 2022 year of abundance and increase at South Suburban Missionary Baptist Church, we believe that the opportunities for God to add to our bounty include physical, mental, and spiritual health. I want to welcome to this platform on today Dr. Courtney Jacocks. Dr. Courtney Jacocks Chance, who is a dentist and a good friend of Reverend Melanie Jones. So welcome, Dr. Courtney, to the platform. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
We thank you, and we are appreciative of you coming on and talking to us. We've been talking to therapists. We've talked to those individuals who are in the nursing field. We've also talked to some people who have gotten us up and moving our bodies. But I thought it was a good opportunity for us to also talk about our teeth and talk about those things that are necessary for us to have wellness in our whole body, not just on in parts of it. So, Courtney, in your profession, how do you help people to live healthier lives?
I mean, you said it best when you said that we're not just a part of the body. The mouth is connected to the whole body. So I went into this profession just to help people understand that your oral health correlates with your overall health. So it's important that you keep a healthy mouth if you want to have a healthy body. So on a day-to-day basis, I help people to live a healthier lifestyle by obviously promoting good oral health habits. So that's brushing twice a day, flossing once a day, making sure that you're seeing your dentist at least twice a year. But not just that, when you come to see me or any other dentist, you're going to have your vitals taken. So we're going to check your blood pressure. We're going to see your pulse. We're going to go over your medical history and know what medications you're on or what diseases or ailments you might be battling. And it's my job, and I take that job very important to review those things so that I can make sure my patients are not just keeping up with their oral health care and seeing me, but making sure they're following up with their proper physicians to maintain their overall health and make sure they're also taking their medications as prescribed. You'd be surprised how often I have patients that tell me they're on medications, but I ask, do you take it or when do you take it? And they say, I don't or I haven't. And it's for various reasons, but I like to be kind of the gatekeeper of overall health, and I just don't focus on the teeth.
I love that it's not just about one part of the body, but it's the entire wealth and the health of the body. I know I've visited my dentist. In fact, I visit my dentist on a regular, and they've never taken a blood pressure. They've never asked me about my family history. Maybe initially when I first became part of that group, but they've never taken my blood pressure or asked me whether or not I've taken my medicine. They do ask, have there been any changes since the last time I've seen them? Have there been any changes in my medication, or has there been any changes in my teeth and anything? Have I noticed any problems? And of course, I've been really good at maintaining my teeth and taking care of them. And so usually my answer is no, but every now and then something happens and I'll say, oh well, yeah, I've had some problems. So I'm glad you said that there are those that are out there that are looking at the whole body and not just at just the mouth and just the teeth, but looking at what are we doing, because I think it all is connected. It all is relatable. And so looking at the whole body, I think, is essential. So, Courtney, in the African American community, we have so many high risks for illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, as well as obesity and heart disease, tooth and gum disease, etc. What do you think are some preventive ways to take charge of our health and start to lower these trends?
Um, Diet and exercise is the simple answer. It sounds too good to be true, but it's the honest truth. Making sure you're having a diet that's high in vegetables, low in fats, low in sugar, getting active. So exercising 3 times a week for an hour, or maybe 5 times a week for 20 minutes. We've been living sedentary lifestyles now, so maybe even exercising more than the recommended amount of time. But the things that we consume affect our teeth. It doesn't just affect your high blood pressure or your high cholesterol or your diabetes. It affects everything. So think about it. If you're eating a diet that's high in sugars, that creates cavities that can break down the teeth. If you're eating a diet high in fat, that can affect your blood pressure. Your blood pressure kind of affects sometimes the medications that we have to use to treat you in the dental setting. Also, if you're diabetic, if you have a lot of bacteria that's accumulating in the mouth, well, that bacteria can help to progress gum disease, or periodontal disease, which is the technical term for it. If that bacteria is high in the mouth, then it can spike your blood sugar levels if you're diabetic. Vice versa, if you have high blood sugar levels, that number can actually spike the amount of bacteria that's trapped in the gums, which then can progress your periodontal disease. So it's important that we just maintain an overall healthy lifestyle because everything's connected. So again, diet, exercise, that's how we'll combat these health issues that are significantly affecting the African American community. But also,
Wonderful.
I want to add one other thing.
Yeah.
We stress diet and exercise, but there's also the fact of access to being able to have quality vegetables and produce and safe places for you to go outside and exercise. So if our government and city officials aren't making sure those things are available to the Black community, then there's only so much we can do. So I know sometimes we get fussed at and we harp on these things, but we have to acknowledge that we also don't always have those resources.
Mhm. Absolutely. I like what you shared in terms of how so many things you can see, so many things happening within our body that's also happening with our teeth or our
Mhm,
gums, and vice versa.
mhm.
Those things contribute overall to our overall health and wellness. And you talk about how we're living now these sedentary lives, lives where we're not moving, where we're almost in a retired state, and we're only 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 years old,
Mhm.
because of the way COVID has kept us closed in into our workspace and into our homes. And so, what are some steps that we need to start today and going forward in order to improve our lives? Do you have some things that we need to start doing now?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the one thing that I've been trying to implement, and that's drinking more water. Water
Mm,
is just the vessel to help our body just function at ultimate levels. So making sure you're getting 64 ounces of water in daily. That's not water with necessarily Crystal Light. That's not water with flavor in it. Like, we need water.
water.
And then again, just implementing vegetables into your daily lifestyle if you don't have it at every meal, and that doesn't exclude breakfast. You can sneak veggies into breakfast too, adding it to omelets, even a side of vegetables, which might sound weird, but you can do it. You can have a side of vegetables with your pancakes. No one's stopping you from doing that. Walking. We've been trapped in the house. It's not by choice, but just getting outside, getting some fresh air. at least for 20 minutes a day. And being outside, also getting that sunshine, you're getting more vitamin D into your system, which is very important for your overall health. And that still affects the health of the teeth as well, vitamin D and calcium levels. So those three things: water, eating more veggies, and exercise.
Wonderful. I think that water thing has got us because
It's
we just
hard.
can't get that 64 ounces in. We're trying, but we can't get it in. And so I think starting where we are today, right? So if
Yeah.
we're only drinking 2 cups, trying to drink more with our meals, water,
Yeah.
even if we're drinking the wrong kinds of things like pop or soda,
Right.
uh, at least after that, drink a bottle of water, so that it can
100%
help.
agree.
Yeah.
Because it's not just taking in the water. If we're going to talk from a dental perspective, then taking in water after you consume anything that's sticky, crunchy, chips,
Yeah.
all the fun food, or anything sweet will flush all that debris off the teeth. So you decrease the risk of getting cavities. But also you can sneak in water in other ways. So you can drink, if you like tea, your 8 ounces of tea that you're drinking count towards these 64 ounces daily. Coffee actually does count towards that overall intake. So there are ways that you can kind of plan out your day, to assess where you're getting water and where you may be lacking. Also fruit. A lot of times you don't consider that as a part of the water intake, but fruits high in water like watermelon can count towards your daily intake as well.
Yeah. So one of the things that you mentioned as well was at least seeing your dentist twice a year. Is that what you
Yes, ma'am.
said?
Every 6 months at least.
At least. And if you're
At
having
least.
problems, how often should we be seeking our professionals? And not only that, but what should we be talking about when we're seeing our dentist?
So at minimum, every 6 months, if your dentist evaluates the health of your gums, they might recommend that you come more often. So we might recommend that you come see us every 3 to 4 months. In that time frame, we'll do our regular cleanings, but we'll also do a little bit more thorough of a cleaning just to help decrease the level of bacteria in your mouth to make sure your gums stay healthy, and not just your gums, but your bone. Because our jawbone, our mouth, which holds our teeth, it's the only thing that hold our teeth in place. And if our bone starts to go away due to the bacteria in our mouth, then we have nothing to support our teeth. And eventually our teeth can start to loosen due to loss of support.
Wow.
So that's why it might be recommended that you come in and get cleanings more frequently. When you go to the dentist, if you have a concern, just like if you're going to your primary care physician or any other physician, write a list. Unfortunately, healthcare in America, our time is very slim, especially with the pandemic. Now that people are getting more comfortable coming back to seeing their doctors, we're seeing a lot of more patients. So we don't have as much time as we'd love to, but we try to make the most of that time. So to make sure that we answer your questions, come with a list of questions, or you might even forget. You might get nervous. It's okay. It's normal to get nervous when you see your dentist or your physician. So that you don't forget anything that's concerning you, come in with a list of questions so we can answer those questions and make sure that you are understanding the things that we're telling you and we're addressing your concerns, and also that you don't feel like your time is wasted. We don't want you to have an unpleasant experience.
Yeah. I don't know about going to the dentist and not being unpleasant. It's just something about it.
You want to come see me?
Oh, I'm gonna have to come see you then, Courtney.
We have my essential oils, a relaxing environment.
Oh, I like that.
We
I
catch
like
up
that.
on our life topics before we dive into the dental issues.
Wonderful. Well, definitely going to the dentist is can help definitely keep your body in a place of wellness or help you
Yeah,
overall. And having those consultations, I think, are very important. I go at least 3 to 4 times a month. During the
yeah.
year, 3 to 4 times
Mhm.
a year, because of issues that my family had
Yeah,
with their teeth when we were growing up. A transition for our lives. Regular visits for me is very important. So, Courtney, what resources should we engage or stay informed about maintaining good health? Do you have any resources you can share?
In general, anything that is governed by the U.S. governing body of healthcare, those are the resources I want you to trust. So, American Medical Association, American Dental Association, and then the CDC um, are the three areas that I tell you to go look for in regards to resources to overall health.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And as we get ready to close, and you've been such a wonderful guest here with us, are there any best practices or parting words of affirmation to share with our viewers on today?
Yes, there's two things I really want to touch on. I'm just going to review again how important it is to brush twice a day for 2 minutes at a time. And to floss once a day using traditional floss, not floss picks. They're just not as thorough. So traditional floss, old school, wrap it around your fingers. Um, and then seeing your dentist twice a year. In addition, reviewing the eating of a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy foods, diet and exercise. And then mental health. I know you don't think of mental health when you think of dentistry, but a lot of people have anxiety when they come to see the dentist. We've been living in survival mode and we don't realize how stressed we've been operating. So practicing some mindful ways, whether that's prayer, meditation, journaling, just start to incorporate something in your daily routine where you can take 5 to 10 minutes to relax your mind. And that will also help to optimize your overall health.
Oh, wonderful. So thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you so much for coming and being part of this discussion. It has truly been a pleasure to have you talk to us on today. For those who are watching us, if you are enjoying this month's series, Health is Wealth, please consider giving a donation or contribution to help us to continue to share with others. You can do so by sending through PayPal at paypal.me/SSMBC. It has been a pleasure. It has been great being your host today and talking with Dr. Chance about dentistry and about what we need to do to maintain our health and our wellness overall, not just in one part, but overall. So we look forward to seeing you next week at the same time and same station. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.